Good afternoon and welcome back to Ghent. We're here for the European Youth Ultimate Championships, a production, a tournament, a fixture by the European Ultimate Federation, produced this time by Ulti TV. I'm Stefan Rapazzo alongside Amelia Durbin. Amelia, we've got Switzerland taking on Italy. It's like a quarter. It's a pre-semi. Tell us a little bit about what's in front of us here.
Well, we've got the Italy team who we had on the stream this morning, so we're aware of how they play. An energetic, athletic side, and then for me personally, a widely unknown Switzerland team. So both teams really want to be pushing to take the win in this to go into that semi-final. If not, they're out of the top four and their medal chances have slipped. We saw both teams lining up very, very early on the line, so they're both chomping at the bit to get this disc in the end.
Yeah, they are ready to go. They're ready for action. Switzerland coming up from the lower pool, winning their way back up. Italy losing their way down, so to speak, but advantage would have to go to the Italians. Let's see what they can put into play here as we have kicked things off. And immediately we've got a disc issue. They do not like that one. Give me a new disc is what the request is by Jacopo Casali.
Disc it in.
Casali takes the backhand to the open side. Folli comes under and motions for the deep and then takes the under to Bonfazzi. Next under comes near that doorstep, Pierini, and a turn ensues from that one.
Immediate break opportunity for Switzerland.
Swiss could very much stand a nice start to this game. Of course, any team would like a nice start to any game, but being the underdog, it seems to be that much more important to get off on the right foot. Ooh, big contact. Folli has to have much more control of his body. He puts his hands up, he recognizes it's his fault, but that recognition has to come a second earlier than that.
A nice little hug there as an apology, I think. Italian player knowing that was a little bit too much. Hopefully Jonas will be okay. Clutching at his back there, probably just hit the ground a little bit too hard.
Yeah, he got jolted. It was a pretty good knock. I speculate we're going to see him back out there, but a little bit of a knock. He'll be out, and Switzerland go back to work with a break chance, and straight out there, you get the disc for the first touch on the field of a game. It's a tough pass, tough situation to be put into. Yeah. So favorable for the Italians after that, and they get the disc back. Casali. Inbounded pass goes to Paolini, and now Folli goes too high. Second effort taken away by the big man. Parliman. Swiss, second chance to break. Dump space. The ISO is well defended. He gets it on the late continuation, but no meters gained from it. Good O-line defense by the Italians, and that's all they had left. Will that actually work? Oh, it could have. To nobody's imagination, it did hit the hands of the charging receiver, but falls away.
Just a matter of time before Swiss were going to start doing that. You could see them threatening for it, playing a really disciplined vert stack. And then the deep cuts were going, and they're not afraid to shoot.
Casali throws behind, not on to start this game. Swiss minning, waits for the banana cut from Gamma, and then back to Minning. Minnick goes up, he gets Grutter. Sends up the line, that's coulda, shoulda. Was he trying for a greatest there, or was he just trying to catch it? Maybe he knew he was going out.
Not sure what happened there, let's take a look on the replay.
He was out already anyways, and he was going for the greatest.
Deceptive from this perspective.
Yeah,
it looks like the pitch goes on for a lot longer.
So, multi-turnover, 6 turns, 7 make it on the first point of the game.
Bit too much adrenaline coursing through these young
That is
games.
a major straddle of a mark by Kazali.
The wind's picked up big time.
The Swiss should be informing him of that mark. And you're right, the wind has started getting gusty. Low throw collected. Kazali goes and gets open. Motioning, he wanted Chad. He gets him, and then he zips it up the line. Chiarini goes to Kazali, who throws right away. It's hanging, and great defensive play. How about 9 turns for the first point of the game?
It's good frisbee.
It is.
The shots are perfect. It's just that execution in the wind.
And some defensive interference, but you're right. The wind is wreaking havoc here. And there goes another one. Unbelievable. The stats counter is not going to look favorable for a lot of the players out there right now. Inbounded to Kazali. Chad leads, has Foley. Foley wanted the around, it wasn't there, goes inside to Kazali. Kazali motions for the pop pass twice, but doesn't give it. Now, Chiarini finds a way in, and the Italians eventually get there. What a mess of a score we've got up on our board with all the stats and turnovers included.
Yeah, total turnovers 10, total passes 39. That's for first point of a pre-quarter or a pre-semi. That's quite intense.
It's 1 turnover every 4 passes or less by my quick math.
And then just want to shout out Jacob Casali on the Italian time. Only 14.
A youngster.
Playing with years of experience for the way he's playing.
Yeah, excellent player, great distributor, great first step. He did have that mark that was a major straddle. The imaginary line that would have intersected his 2 feet would have cut. It was Hurliman's leg, at the hip line there. It was very deep straddle, we'll say. There's Coach Benzi. We saw what we assume was his daughter really playing the game of maybe her life the round prior.
Her life so far.
Yes.
More to come.
yes. And boy, were we impressed with her.
Very impressed.
And so we see Coach Benzi and have to make some assumptions that they are of the same kin. Stauffer hits the deck, another famous Swiss ultimate name. The round comes Odemat, another fab player who's played there for a long time, assumed offspring. Achman, he launches deep, the chase is on. Ruteman gets there, and the Swiss with a clean hold. Can you imagine that?
That's a much more convincing offensive showing than it was for the Italian side. Very neat, and confident into hitting 3 players even in a tricky position. We had a 32 on the sideline here, hitting quite a narrow window and then shooting the shot deep, and perfectly executed.
So we said the famous Frisbee name, Lorenz Stauffer. Sorry, we said Stauffer, and it's Levi Stauffer out there, but he is the nephew of Lorenz Stauffer, who was one of the great throwers of Fab when they were in European dominance in the 2010s.
Good to know.
Yes, played with, Olaya, Jan Tenga and Odermatt, Nas and Bevogel played there for a while. Davide played there when they were in their strongest period. But yes, a incredible legacy they had. This year, I speculated, I don't have facts on this, but I believe the first year Fab to have not medaled at Swiss Nationals.
Ooh, that's quite the turn of events.
Yes. They always are always in the final.
Yeah.
And then, like, to not make the final and drop the bronze game was shocking. Pierini. Casali. Can't have that. He blames Pierini, but I don't think that was anything but Casali's. Rohrer gets a nice return cutter. I thought it was, but it required an exceptional grab. And he got that from Grutter. Underneath comes Minnick. Fires. And that, I can't believe that was caught by friendly hands there. I thought it would be gobbled up, but Gomez gets it and was really keen to get a dump off and did. Up line, charging defenders, but the Swiss find a seam. And they are in for a big break goal.
I think the Swiss team are just showcasing the power of doing simple right. They're not doing anything fancy, they're not doing anything spicy, they're just doing a vert stat with front cuts, back cuts, and cutting with real intention, and just using the space that's being given to them. You know, a real schooling in how to stay patient. Isolating the handler there in that reset spot, bit of a bump from Italy, then just waiting for that downfield player to get free and pushing it to them.
I love that assessment, doing simple right. It sounds so simple of an assessment too, but nothing that's ever come to my mind.
We see all the best teams in the world, they just do the basic stuff well.
Yeah.
It doesn't always need to be hard, it can just be
No,
easy.
I mean, simple, sometimes, I used to be on teams with all sorts of people, but one teammate, Teo Brown, was a very loud sideline man, and play pouring ultimate came out of his mouth was with frequency, and it was, you know, it's kind of a reminder to be simple, and, you know, the boring stuff, throw the dump, just throw to the open player there. Don't worry about the big hammers, the big hucks. They're not always the options. We know you've got them. And I think we were talking about this a little bit last night, even the moon catchers, how they have developed over the years. They were a very exciting team, hammers, crossfield this, crossfield that. They've changed their game. They are a little bit more simplistic. They're a little bit more boring. They have improved. They haven't quite toppled the heap yet, which was, of course, what we were also talking about. But they are certainly, they've moved their way up the pecking order.
Yes, yes. Break pull there. I think Switzerland setting up just an honest match defense, so back to that doing simple right. See if they can shut down the Italian offense. My money is it's going on number 8. It's going to Maschini.
Oh yeah, he had, what a game he had the last round.
Oh yes, bigs on the stat board.
Olivieri, whose brother was big in the under-20s. Mascagnani, as you mentioned, is the isolated, and he gets it up and into the hands of Bonfazzi. Quickly over to Pierini, and the dump again to Olivieri. Mascagni. Ooh, I think there was almost a bit of miscommunication, but Casali gets there. Mascagni. Hammer. He had no shortage of overheads in that last game. Olivieri to Mascagni. Hammer again, and he's on the money. A dime drops and a goal for Chiad.
Perfect. Bit of an upwind hammer as well. Perfect sit. Quite a hard execution. Very impressed. Both teams just kind of trading out at the moment. Obviously, Switzerland are up a break, but yet to see a massive amount of intensity from either team. Feels like they're just kind of sussing each other out at the moment, keeping the tempo pretty relaxed.
Relax, all cooling, shooting some b-ball outside of the school.
Perfect.
You know. Of course, this crossover happening at the same time as France-Belgium. I think we picked the right game for this stream, or the opening points would indicate.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
4-0 for the French right now over there.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
too
all
late
tied
to
up.
say spoiler alert. I should have said that about 4 seconds ago.
Spoiler alert. France are winning 4-0. It's definitely a bit of a lull in the arena at the moment. Lots of the sideliners sitting down, not really engaging in the game.
It's true.
I feel like there's more to come.
You take us back to the energy that was here on those opening games this morning, and we haven't quite got that back. We're still digesting lunch, perhaps.
Yeah, everyone's had a sandwich and they're a bit sleepy now.
But they had better, because this game is now well underway, 15 minutes in. Gamma gets the opening throw to stick. Odermatt motions the backhand, swings across. It looked like the defense had a chance from that angle. Ackerman dumps back, goes to Gamma. Great throw by Gamma. Puts just enough touch for the run back from Gröter. The Swiss doing the simple things well again. Nothing too fancy, Gamma.
Great step from 28.
Odermatt. Gröter, now they've gone the hammer, and it's cost them. They were doing the simple stuff well, and they tried to uncork.
See that hammer just flatten out at the end, makes it so easy to do when it's sitting in the air like that.
That defensive position was given because of that flight path. Italians, break chance. Here's the man that was flying in the last game, Alberga, and he's giving it away. Swiss, Gamma, waiting for a cut, gets one.
Ooh.
Nice high release flicky, little dishy flick, and then he's gone to cross the field. Bit too much asked of Levi Stauffer to get there, but only a bit too much.
Only a bit too much. It was an aggressive shot. I'm really impressed with the Swiss side. Buta a bit frustrated with himself there. Hands on the knees after he threw it.
Yeah, I didn't mind the vision though. Shooting to the right space on the field, a bit more shape or a bit less on it, one of the two. And that could have worked.
But that's Frisbee, eh? Released the disc a split second earlier and it's a goal.
Big wind up there, but that's put away by Benedetti. Low throw into the hands of Sandri and continued on immediately over to Cassani. Sandri. Bouncy mark. Gets broken. Alberga goes backwards to Busso. Busso zips hard and it can't be handled. Into the hands of Sandri, but it came in very hot.
Timeout called.
How do we feel about this in-game timeout?
I don't like it. It's on the sideline.
On the sideline.
Hard to get off. Very easy to defend from the sideline. If you do a really strong force out and you kind of like double cover the reset and like stand on bracket the stack, difficult to get off. We know that they can do that high release down the line, so that's a release foul. But the game, point's been long, but I would have tried to swing the disc and then call the timeout.
Yeah, 4 turnovers, 2 apiece. And they're in the middle of the field, but you're right. I think I wouldn't have minded just getting a little, like, I recognize the fatigue and the inferiority that might come with a point like this, but I would still just like to get it in a nice position. Now it's going to favor the defense coming in static. Let's take a little short break here, and we'll be back after this timeout. Get there. Yes, he will. The lovely did. Back in play after the timeout. Grutter throws low, bubbly bobble, but hangs on by Ackerman. Nice cut by Grutter. Oh, but a misread. The wind took it for a bit of a ride. He could have ran it out.
Grutter looking a bit frustrated with himself.
Alberga trying to run under. Has a great take. What a run by Alberga. Musso sent the bomb, and he did a great job to take that one away. I think defense had position. We may have an injury at the back of the field? No.
That was a really nice thing to see, though. Italian's team running on to celebrate, seeing someone was injured and immediately changing their celebration to making sure that player was okay. That's a nice thing to see at such a young age. Beautiful throw.
Yeah, indeed it was. Alberga, great choice. Oh,
that's
what?
Fantastic.
What? I mean, these are kids.
I know.
Sorry for saying that. You guys are athletes. You are distinguished young gentlemen, but these are under 17-year-old boys making these plays and looking like absolute stallions.
Yeah. I'm really excited to what Frisbee looks like in 5 years' time.
Oh,
if
yeah.
This is what's coming up through the youths. That's a break back, though. So sitting on evens now, or like we're back on serve? Back on serve. Excellent. So Italy up 3 points on Switzerland. Switzerland coming out on offense now. And we're all back tied. Well, tied in the sense of breaks.
On serve.
On serve.
That's how we speak in Ultimate. You know, as far as the scoring goes, like, it can be a 1 point difference, but Switzerland's had one less offensive opportunity for now, so it is still tied based on what they've done with given opportunities. Here comes the Swiss with their next opportunity given. Reutemann leads and does get it out in front of the stretched hands to Grutter. And is there a chat about a stall out?
Pick.
A pick.
Pick in the stack.
Now it is a high stall count though. And this one a bit more speculative, and it gets picked off by the large Italian defender Simone Nanni. Italians trying to negate the would-be tie that we were speaking of. If they can break here, they go to the dump space. Meloni. Winds up and bombs it. Nanni is the target, but too far for anyone. Grutter did a good job going up early to draw in Nanni.
Yeah, got an injury call here from Gamma for the Switzerland C, so it's interesting to see if Italy take one. Intensity is definitely building. I can feel it in the arena. The sidelines going, the little foghorns starting to hoot again. The Italy sideline have woken up from their naps, ready to shout.
They've had their espresso.
Yes.
So Switzerland leads in, pick called. That's going to go back. Interesting to see, it didn't look like the Italians did make a change. Of course, the youth, you always underestimate their ticker. They've got so much fitness, and they don't get tired.
Years to go.
And that one slips out of the hand, and that is a dangerous place to give one up. Meloni goes back into the dump space, leading high, and that was required a layout into traffic, but the hands couldn't figure it out. Now the deep shot, Ackerman versus Meloni. Ackerman in position, but Meloni does just enough to get a finger to it.
Stauffer was shouting to his teammate to please call a timeout then, and didn't quite go ahead.
Now the Italian sideline motioning for the same. It's a dangerous thing to be yelling from the sideline. I think you're not allowed to. You shouldn't be able to do that because it will cause legitimate distraction.
Yeah.
But they have gone ahead and made that call now.
Well, I'd be curious to hear what your thoughts are. So in the Women's Ultimate League and the Premier Ultimate League in America, the women's kind of semi-professional league like the AUDL,
Yep.
the coach can call a timeout from the sideline.
So American football.
And if there is a timeout, you can change the line. You can change the whole line. Or you can just change one player, 2 players, 3 players, or the whole line.
I mean, that's fine.
Do you think that's
up a new
new?
game.
Do you think that should be in our rule set?
No.
No?
I don't. I think I do like play the point, finish the point. If you're injured, you're injured, and you can't make it. But otherwise, I do like playing out the line.
The only time I think I'd want to see it implemented is beach, because sometimes beach is hard. And if you're thinking a 15-minute point in the wind on a beach, I think sometimes being able to change the line would be good. But you can only do it once or twice, right? It's not like you can only call 2 timeouts a half or 1 timeout a half. So it's not a massive change, but it would
you
be
can do
interesting to see it.
wholesale changes. You can change all 7 players.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Maybe I think maybe. Yeah, who knows? I mean, rule changes, they're usually slow and sure to evolution. But I think I would want that to be one that I tested with, maybe 2 or 3 player substitution instead of wholesale changes.
Yeah, I suppose it would. It sounds weird to say that it would give you an unfair advantage, being able to always put your best players on in a moment where it matters.
Yeah, but I guess, it gives that same advantage to the other team for them to make the same adjustments. Defensively speaking, you're not going to make an in-game call while playing defense.
No.
You can't.
Yeah.
So the defensive players are usually suffering from fatigue even more because they have to be reactionary with their fatigue. So I guess I feel like it would be negating to some end. But I don't like it. Do you like it?
I think it would be quite interesting. I'd like to try it.
So the Italian timeout has shown them a 1-3-2-1 zone, puppy fence, a pommy, as the Australians would call it.
Good knowledge.
You know what a pommy is?
Potato?
No, somebody from England to an Australian.
Oh.
It's a palm.
That's a potato.
No, but I can tell you what palm means after this point as that scuba goes over the top. And the Swiss will get it back. The Australians were known convicts. Here comes
another
the throw. Hanging, taken away. And a little emphatic rip away with the arm cradle there as Maloney goes up line. Landini. Back to Meloni. Meloni has the Bruce Springsteen headband. And not Odermatt, but the run through. Scuba for the score! What a play, Stoford. Doing it, taking a page out of Uncle's book and saying it runs in the family, Unc. I got you covered for the Swiss.
That's why we come to these tournaments.
Holy jumping Jawillikers. That was something.
The bailout scuba as well. Incredible. Incredible.
Here it is again. Meloni. Now here's the layout. Here it comes.
Perfect. That's well deserved as well. Little forward roll from.
And the pickup from Grutter.
Whee! So good.
Right back.
And an incredible grab as well.
Yeah. Take
really
a high
good.
grab on an inverted throw. Gotta flip the hand. Gotta take it high. So back to a palm.
Oh yeah.
Just to finish up, but at the pommies.
The pommies.
Because Australians are known, they were convicts in England and sent away over to Australia. And with each new ship back in the early days of that convict immigration, they would come in on boats marked prisoners of Mother England, or POME, Pommy. And so it is in fact the Australians that are the pommies, but they call the English pommies.
Good to know. I
Yes.
feel like an education has happened today.
I'm happy to help out with that.
In the goal?
Wow, without the fence getting away. And so that zone, they call a pommy.
Wow.
I guess they thought the English used to run it, or they saw it first with the English running it.
Oh, I see. So not related to
Yeah,
prisons?
the prisoners, no.
Or is it like you're in jail?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, they're doing the zone again, the pom. I was just thinking potato. Pom bears. A very good crisp.
Casali. Shovel pass into the hands of Olivieri. This is a good zone by Switzerland. It is causing troubles. They are very trapped at this moment in time. And they remain trapped. They've thrown right into it. Mascagni, I thought maybe he would put an overhead. But now Grutter throws to center. Rohrer. To Grutter. He puts it high. Defense is coming. Good concentration to hang on. Hurliman goes back. Now it's inside. Rohrer leads forwards. Recalibrates the step and is outside of the end zone, but he's that close, is Grutter. He gets straight back from Rohrer. And it was thrown in.
I think it is a goal, but I think
is
he might have
here.
hit the disc on his way through.
Martini, the coach, Francesco Martini signals it is a goal. And Olivieri, he'll have to have his hand checked out here. Here's a replay. And that's a big break. This is a big break for Switzerland.
Just reaches across.
Reaches across, got his arm caught in the
Maybe
momentum.
a thumb pull or something.
Yeah,
I can see him
wrist.
moving his hand, so I don't think he's got any no broken bones. That's a break.
That's a big break. Swiss, that zone.
That zone when they were on the corner
Suffocating.
here,
Yeah.
terrifying. And then I think teams often forget how important it is to respect the 3 meter rule when doing a zone, but also because it's tactically brilliant. If you are covering more space, it's harder for them to throw into. So it's not only a rule thing, it's also a tactical thing.
So Italy have, sorry, go on.
No, I'm done.
Yeah, Italy have called the timeout there. Swiss were not sure. They didn't see the indication. They were coming over the scores table saying, is there a timeout here or what? And there is indeed a timeout. So we're going to take a short break too. We'll be back. The score currently 4-3 Swiss with a 1 break lead. Get there. Yes, he will. The lovely did. (4-3) Switzerland playing their way up in a lead. They've got a 2-break-to-1 advantage on the Italians in the first half here. And are sending a pull offside called by the Italians. They will get the benefit of the brick mark.
For those who are interested, it's 6-3 now, France-Belgium.
All right, Belgians are woken up.
They're fighting back.
They should have some hometown support over there, I would imagine.
Oh, of course.
Italians. Benedetti gives it up to Olivieri, and then he shovels one to Paolini. Paoloni, sorry. Olivieri. Ooh, he's really working. This zone is wreaking havoc. It's a little bit tight without somebody else in there. Ooh, it is wreaking havoc. Oh, goodness! It does not matter if your name's Busso, what kind of havoc is. Big grab, being a big body in the middle of the field. Leading throw goes to Midik. He pushes towards the sideline. Rohrer. Back inside, Grote. A little bit static out of the Swiss, but they are patiently waiting for one cut at a time. Hurleman leads low, and there is the mistake. Italy have a chance and can do this. They'd like to do it quick before their zone sets up against, and they have done as much. Paoloni, two-player game on the far side with Zanon, and then leads back to Olivieri. High release forehand, taken high, and Italy will be happy to get away with that one. Marcato with the goal.
That was a long point, and they were just given the opportunity back at that end zone there when the Swiss threw it too low. But that is just a hold. So they're going to be tired after that long push.
It's a great call when you get scored on and the other team gets really excited and you can. It's just a hold.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate toxic teammate.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out why the Swiss zone is so good. I think they've put their biggest defenders into that zone, and it is a big cup.
Yeah, they got the long arms out there for sure. The long arms of the law are up in those front four for them.
Yeah.
Very often you put your biggest player in the back to be a deep, but when you've got 3 or 4 of them like that, and you can put the albatross wings out right up front, you really reduce those throwing lanes.
Yeah. Sometimes I think people, when they do a zone, they think, oh, we need to put all the tall people deep. But in a zone, if it's windy, really, you don't need a deep threat.
Yeah.
You need someone at front that's able to get a big block.
Put Amelia and I in the deep.
Hey, I actually do play deep in the zone. I'm either deep or up front, never in the middle.
I don't mind playing deep. I have to beg people to let me every now and again, but I know what I'm doing. I'm a very good communicator from the back.
I think that's more important. I'm able to shout at my team, whereas some people sit in the deep space and stay very quiet.
Yeah, just be tall and quiet.
You got to bark. You got to bark instructions.
So Switzerland receiving the pull. They almost broke on that last one. Stauffer comes under. That one goes back. Ooh, and the D comes. Mascagni gets a positive defensive stat to his name. Sandri backing everybody out, isolating. Mascagni and the Italians break.
That takes us back on serve.
And the air horn is a pumping.
I don't know where it's coming from.
I do. To our right, those little red horns in hand. Follow the Italian flags.
Oh, yes.
It's a small horn. It's connected to a pressurized gas.
Yes.
Not to somebody's lungs and lips.
Whilst they recover from that long point, what are your thoughts on zone? Because I know that zone gets a lot of hate for being boring. And so when you're a spectator watching zone, people are like, oh.
Yeah, there's the air horns there.
Thank you, Felix.
It's not canned gas. It's like a pump-powered. Zone, I love. I think like every good team has to have a good zone in the playbook. Even super team, we never used it. It's like we gotta have one good zone. Let's just pick one zone that we can try. We tried and it didn't really work well. But,
what was it?
At 2-3-2. 2-3-2 is my favorite zone. I think it gives a lot, but I think you need a different zone for different situations. Like 2-3-2 is really good at protecting the deep space, but it does give the offense a lot of chance to get a rhythm. The swings and dumps are given. What these guys are doing, the palming, the 1-3-2-1, is that's a handler pressurized zone, really trying to trap and restrict any throw. But if you go over the top, there's a lot available. The deep can be a one-on-one, two-on-one advantage for the offense. I mean, there's so many other zones in between, but those are kind of the two opposite sides of the spectrum I see.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, again, sorry, spectators. Sometimes boring ultimate wins games.
That's true.
There's a lot of teams that have done that in a lot of sports and just committed to, a boring style that is efficient and
Do simple right.
yeah. Stoford. He goes into the hands of Grutta. Fakes everything, then gives the backhand and has space. Ackerman all alone in the corner. And the two defenders just way too far off. Well sighted, well executed.
That's really impressive from Grutta there, because had no options and wasn't looking for he wanted a bailout, but made sure it was an option. Wasn't just chucking for the sake of it. Was like, I can see someone going deep. I'm going to communicate with the individual going on the wing there. So it's a bailout throw, but it's a goal.
Bailout throw to a cut that was bailed out on defensively as well.
Yes, I think Italy potentially not committing there. And again, Italy are trying to bracket the stack, but maybe not as effectively as they want to, because there was a first cut here that was completely open without anyone kind of sitting in that underspace. We have had a timeout as well.
And with that timeout, we're going to take a short break too. It's 5-5 Switzerland, Italy. 43 minutes into this one. We'll be back in no time. Five, the score. Italy, Switzerland here in Ghent for the EYUC. We've not yet hit half, and it's been a corker of a first half thus far. Stefan Rapazzo, been joined all day long by Amelia Durbin.
Hi.
Derbs. We've got ourselves another great game. The Open Division has been really providing today.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, yeah. Really exciting.
And what was that call? What is that hand signal? The hands wrapped behind the head?
Grutta, 22. Nosebleed.
No, so injury.
Yeah.
I said that it was a poorly executed hand signal.
Bad time to have a nosebleed.
And offside called again, but Stoford doesn't see it. But he was charging.
thought I was going bonkers. There is 2 Gruters. There's 2 and 22.
Holy
And I think they could be twins.
We'll keep our eye on that. We can maybe get to the bottom of this one. Did we just get a... No, we got a near. They are both 15 years old, so they're either twins or Irish twins.
I thought they were playing a lot.
So Ivan Grutter picks up and goes to Rohrer. Gets the leading throw to Minnick. Into the center, good position for Ackerman. Oh, just off the outstretched hand there. Was looking to get it to Elias Gomez and just missed. Olivieri bringing it up. Let's see if the Italians have figured out this mega zone by the Swiss. Stauffer is flailing around, doing anything possible to disrupt. They've gone over top, and that disc is going to need to be replaced. I can see the taco in it. Punctured, perhaps.
Taco time. That's 3 discs already in this game. That's the second one.
I wonder if there's like anything on record for the game that's used the most discs.
Oh, I hope someone's I imagine it's an American game where they've spiked the discs too many times.
A Joe White game, perhaps. Rohrer with the disc. Grutter leads. Back to Rohrer. Hammer, it's on the money. And the big fella, Samuel Harleman, puts the hands up and comes down with it. That is a nice score for the Swiss, and it is even nicer because it's a break.
6-5, Switzerland, Italy. That is, for me, unexpected. I wasn't expecting Switzerland to be up in this game. Maybe the bias in me was thinking Italy, a strong program across all age categories. Switzerland, maybe not always up there with pushing. So I'm really pleased for them. And you can see Italy starting to get a little bit unraveled, a bit cross with each other. But I don't think Italy are doing anything wrong. Sometimes you have to appreciate that your team is doing the right thing. Sometimes the other team's defense is just really good. And it's important not to discredit what you're doing and just recognize that the other team's playing really well, and you just need to play a little bit better to get around them. Another timeout by those things as well.
Yeah, it does look exactly like that. It's funny, you've got the good cop, bad cop kind of coaching from Italy, where Benzi is maybe what I would say the more traditional Italian coaching style.
Perhaps.
You see Spit the Dummy, we'll say. He, kicks some water bottles over, unleashes some anger, while Francesco Martini brought them in. He's going to talk to them about tactics and what to do to get better.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a good balance there. Maybe that's negating the natural Italian response to some end. This could well be. I think it is. Halftime has been taken there. That was a Galaxy point based on time, and that means it's 6-5. And as you said, Amelia, the surprising first half from the Swiss, they have usurped the advantage we thought might go way of the Azzurri.
And Switzerland coming out on offense after the half, so potentially to go 2 points up.
Look out! Well, we know we're going to be back for that, so, and if we're going to be here and Italy and Switzerland are going to be there, why wouldn't you be here? We're going to take a short break for the halftime. We'll be back with second half action from Ghent, EYUC. It's 6-5 for Switzerland over Italy. Italy was in the upper power pool. Switzerland in the lower. They played their. What would you say if Switzerland won this one?
I would say it was an upset.
Would you say that, Derps?
I would say it's an upset. I would think it would be the kind of thing that people would see on a schedule and put in their group chat. Did you see Switzerland beat Italy to go into a semi? Wow.
You think there's lots of group chats that exist in the ultimate communities?
Yeah. Yeah. Aren't we all part of one?
Was I being facetious? Yeah. Is facetious one of the only words in the English language that shows up with all vowels in alphabetical order? Yeah.
You are a fountain of knowledge. I'll never compare to your commentation.
Oh,
I've got
yes.
nothing to add. I can give you some weird niche facts.
Facetiously speaking. Facetiously as well if you add the Y, the sometimes Y vowel at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Switzerland's just playing out of their minds here. We did do some reconnaissance and found out Amelia was inquiring. They must be twins. Those two Kurta brothers, they must be twins. And so I went over first to inquire about the injury, and he had a nosebleed, and I think they're taking the proper precautions. There was a nosebleed and just a little bit more uncertainty with it. And then I came back and said that. She's like, "Did you find out if they're twins?" And I said, "Yes."
I think it's even more confusing because one is 2 and one is 22. But we're going to say nosebleed twin is 22.
No, nosebleed twin is 2.
No.
Yeah,
Because
nosebleed twins back out there. 22.
Yes.
He's ready for it. Moa.
Okay, Gluta twins, you need to get a different number.
There they are. So they're both right next to each other. The hat can do it too.
The hat can do it.
If the nosebleed paper towel
Wasn't
falls out,
enough.
then the hat will do for distinction.
But trusted onto the O-line coming out of half. That's a nice thing to see. I love seeing twins play together.
Goddess, I mean, and when they're not on the same line all the time, like the Cardenas is sometimes, often they're not on the same line, that it baffles me. But then any power line they're on, and man, seeing them play together, it's
Twin
so crazy.
telepathy. Think about the Thompson twins in the UK. One is always specifically on GB mix, an O-line and a D-line. Always hoping to see them play together. Specifically because they're both handlers, but so are the twins here.
Yeah, I mean, you get it with just regular sibling power, but then it's just exponential. Right? You have to think with twin power. Odomat comes under, motions for the forehand, and resurveys the options. Leads to Gruta. Gruta fakes. And the brothers, let them cook. Let them. No. Let them not cook. It hung up just a bit too long. And then Gruta went up. Then
Gruta 2, Gruta squared.
Moa went up just a bit too early to go with it, and that's the result.
A great D from the Italian defender there. Can't quite see their number, but sometimes when a defender goes up early, you sort of give up on the disc thinking it's gone, but he fully committed to like, no, I'm getting that block because you might get it on the second attempt.
Yeah, Cassani was Italy now from their own end. Wind continuing to pick up in the last frame of this game. Wow, that's a nice bid, but good completion to negate it. Meloni. That one almost turned over in the hands, but Sandri hangs on. Leads Meloni. Into the middle, Zagra. Zagra, no options. Meloni comes back, and that was a simultaneous catch between two teammates. Alberga gets the forward, and then the next goes as well. Nice defensive switch, but not quite enough. That one does find its way into the end zone. Pierini, but it's coming back.
Pick called on the front end zone line there.
Back in play. Benedetti finds the upline, Cassani, and the Italians hold in a bit of a dirty fashion, but a hold is a hold.
Is it Benedetti with the goal there?
Benedetti with the assist, I believe.
Goal scorer was Cassani?
Yeah, Cassani, yes.
Fast. That up the line stroke was like lightning quick.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is double happiness, essentially. He did get the block down there in front of Grüter.
The bookends.
Yeah, the bookends. Put him up. D-Miles. 6-6 the score. We've already had halftime, so it's not a galactic point.
That was a hold. Speaking of twins, I would love to see one year at Windmill a twin team.
Maybe I should work this twins.
Do but like they all play on the opposite line, so the O line and the D line is technically always the same.
That'd be cool.
Twinception.
Is there enough? I mean, the ones we've mentioned already, the Thompson twins.
There's two Germany players. One they played on the mixed team last year. I don't know their names. Red hair, females.
Are they twins?
Or are they sisters? I think they're twins.
No, they're not. They're sisters. Now the last name is going to evade me. It will come. For now, Luther. That is dropped, and that does count as the turnover.
Great use of hand signals.
Yeah, Rohr understands he's not happy with himself, but I love that he just moved straight back to playing D. No crying about it. Yeah, let's go. These kids are ready to duke it out. Foley, right, but he gets away with it. It was floaty and very close to that line, but gets a completion. Meloni to Foley. Foley fires. Continuation, Benedetti. Benedetti leads, and Meloni catches between two defenders, and the Italians break back to take the lead, and they're now dictating pace.
Yeah, hopefully Swiss don't start putting their heads down. I do think they should go back to that zone. I think that worked really, really well for them, and if they can set it up even off a turn for their own line, I think it's going to be effective. I think Italy struggled.
I would love to see it, but I have a feeling that it's going to take a score to get their defense back on the field before we get to see that zone again. Swiss, that is their motivation. Like, hey, let's get our zone back on the field. We gotta score. We gotta score. Does that actually give you any advantage, putting more pressure upon yourself? No. Sticking to their systems, doing what was simple, what was working early for them, that will help. But you're right. Maybe even in a transition. Certainly it should be discussed, if we get a roll out of bounds turnover or something like that, and we get a second, boom, let's get this set up.
The sideline's starting to get pumped now. You can hear the Switzerland women's team starting to cheer for them. It's quite a D-leaning chat. It sounds like when we root for the defense, but clearly an offensive leaning one. The Grüter twins out now.
Grüter to Grüter to Grüter. And Grüter looks to Grüter. Okay, I'll stop. But only if they will, and he just throws it to the stack on a high stall count and gets away with it. Herleman back to Grüter. High pop pass looking for his twin engine, but can't put it together there.
Starting to get a bit flustered now, Switzerland. I don't think they need to. I I think their coach needs to say something about settling down.
Is the Italian defense tightening up? That's something else we're going to have to keep our eyes on. We're going to have to keep our eyes on because I'm not sure I've noticed it so much, but they've had less options as that shot fires deep. And it is in. Unbelievable. I thought it was at the back. I know there's a big gap between the back of the end zone and those poles.
Take a look on the replay. It's a lovely throw. Again, I thought it was a little bit too far, but these young athletes just got legs for days, able to chase that down.
You see that back cone there.
Oh, I think that's out, unfortunately.
It looks out on the line.
Oh, they've given it.
The Italians thinking that was in, and they've given it. I'm not sure what they saw. That foot was on the line, but they celebrated it, and I think that is a bit disadvantageous.
I think the Switzerland coach might have something to say here, but unfortunately not.
I'm very surprised I saw the Italian players look at that replay and motion. Am I missing that?
Yeah, I think that's unfortunate use of the VAR there.
To see that
quite
and
clearly,
to
no.
go tell your teammates, we just saw it on the screen that was in.
Yeah.
I think that is misrepresentation.
I agree. Not a good use of spirit of the game.
Yeah. Anyhow, that is the way it settles. It is 8-6 now. And Sandri gets the goal. A timeout taken. Switzerland do, regardless how close that was. I mean, that's even if they miss, Italy is sticking it to them right now. It was 2 in a row prior, 3 in a row with that, and 8-6 now, Italy. We're going to take a short break with this timeout and be back with about 15 minutes to play. Italy on a roll of points. They scored with a speculative in call at the back of the end zone. And they have a comfortable lead right now. They are pulling. And the Swiss will need to find a way back into this one.
Yeah, we've seen in other games, though, like we keep saying, it's a game of runs. It's only 2 breaks on the bounce for the Italy team, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much. If Italy can break twice, Switzerland can break twice back quite comfortably. Just need to see what happens. Still got plenty of time left in this game. Games are 80 minutes, so 23 minutes to go.
Yes, Swiss have already shown 3 breaks within them in this game, so most certainly very possible still. As we've mentioned, first job is get their defense back on the field. Grutter takes the under. Vera. Back to Grutter. He leads and gets Odermatt. Oh, and a Stouffer gets
foul call.
You saw Odermatt sighting, faked the hammer, and Stouffer was about to turn. And as he did, he clicked heels. Here you see it. He turns, gets his heels caught up, and then trips. But that was a very open space. Had he gone. That said, Berta might have been dragging his defender that way as well.
I'm not sure if they would call that a foul because they tripped. They were interlinked, and then They ran away, and then they fell.
It was like at least full step before the fall.
Maybe it's an impacted, but it is a contested foul. When fouls happen in the stack, it's a weird one because nothing really happens.
Odermatt with the disc. Leading, high release flick, and that one is in to Grüter. And the Swiss respond with a hold. They can put their defense on the field. Are we going to see the zone again?
It's zone time, baby. A little bit of a dance from Grüter there. Oh, very nice. Love that.
The stage bow.
Seen that high release twice now from this Swiss team, so clearly something that they train. The Swiss known for their indoors. It's quite an indoor thread.
Yeah, not necessarily. No, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, I was at the indoor championships this year, and there was definitely no prominence of Swiss teams. I'm trying to remember if there were any Swiss teams I remember. There surely weren't so many teams. I mean, they were certainly not. Swinging their weight around over there.
Okay. I mean, it's something that you can see that they've trained, or at least put in their locker as like if this is where we are and we're in trouble, let's get that high release out. It's a hard throw to do as well.
Oh yeah, that's like a new age throw. Like there was nobody doing that when I was playing the bulk of my ultimate. And then shut your eyes for a couple of years, come back, and all the kids are doing it.
It's the new it thing. I would say there's a thing going around at the moment which is like being like Brat Summer is throwing a high released flick. Is that Brat?
Let us know.
Can we ask Instagram? Is a high release flick Brat, please?
Brat Summer. I gotta get up to speed on this lingo. I guess that's what I'm getting here.
It's the first thing that's happened on the internet that it's made me feel old. Because normally I'm like, oh, I'll get on board with that. And this I'm like, what are you saying?
What are you kids on about?
What are you talking about?
Oh, what do you know?
It's time. The twins up front.
Wait, they've now got 5 in the zone.
I'm here for it.
This is the Mega Cup. I don't even know what you call this zone. Okay, one's dropped out.
Mega Pom.
And he's put it up. Parliament. And what a great bit of concentration. Said gets away with that one. And it was kind of their only option, but they made it work.
Assistant coach from Switzerland here looks a little bit annoyed, and I think the Mega Cup potentially would cause any assistant coach to be a bit irritated. Clearly a miscomm on the line.
Yeah, I think there was a mistake there.
Seeing a lot of pointing fingers. You were meant to be mid. You were meant to be up front. But
look how close the D was, though. Oh,
big swat. Yeah.
I really thought he was going to get that.
I think unfortunately the defender had to turn his back on the disc to get the D, and Italian receiver was able to just go up. So had sight on it the whole time. The SD flags are waving high. Swiss sideline, a little bit more passive, sitting down and watching. Wondering when all teams will start standing up and getting ready to cheer loudly.
See Munir Chaid with his 2 goals on the day, in the match rather.
All friends still. Just seeing the players high five in front of the booth is very nice to see.
Ball comes down into Grüter's hands. And the Italians with a little bit of his own there. Very, very different styles. Odermatt goes to Grüter. Over top, and that gets swapped away. Nani steps into it. Pick up Benedetti. He goes to Nani. Nani to Zagreb. Underneath Berga and finds a way in the long jump. Makes it in Zagra, and the Italians make it 10-7.
We've now seen the Italy team have a bit of a comeback, which is comfortably, you could say, it's 10-7. Do you think that Italy had a bad start, or do you think Switzerland are now having a bad second half?
The latter.
So you think Switzerland have dropped there?
Yeah, Switzerland they came out hot, and maybe that was like out of character hot. Maybe they were playing out of their skin. I did say that. But they, Italy, I feel like have maintained a bit more of consistency from beginning until now, and I think Switzerland came out so hot, and they're just, they've lost a little bit of luster as the game's going on. We see another timeout called by the Italians. And
I can't help but feel that timeout call might be a little bit burning the clock.
Clock management.
Because, and maybe this is an unpopular opinion, it is my pet peeve when the team has gathered and then they call a timeout.
Yeah, I'm very much with you. It basically, you add the 20 seconds to your timeout. You use all of the time in between the points, and then call it at the end. I think it is within the rules.
I think it is, but to me it just feels like Frisbee is great when it's moving and progressing and flowing, and I think when your timeouts are meant to be short, a little snappy, like come on, reset, refocus, this is what we're going to do. And if you're milking that clock down, getting people walking there really slowly, and you're waiting for every player to get there, and then you call a timeout, you could be pushing the clock to 2, 3, 4 minutes at that point, which slows the game down. But each of their own.
They will have just less than 2 more minutes, as we have a little bit of a sneak peek over at the France-Belgium game that is
let's have a score update, shall we?
Score update over there is, it is Slurpee time over there, 7-11. France in front by 4 again, so they've maintained that lead they took at the start of the game. Have back and forth since then. So 11-7 over there, 10-7 over here. Both the favorites are in front after, tough second half for Swiss. They were up 6-5.
Yeah, I think Italy's also kind of figured out how to get around that zone, and we've had 2 points of the Swiss zone being not as good as it can be. The wind has also dropped, the sun has come out, it's kind of changed the tempo of the game a little bit. But yeah, do you think Swiss is still in it, or do you think it's heading towards game over?
It feels like it's heading towards game over. I guess I hope, for the sake of a great game and good entertainment, the Swiss can find something deep within them that will help propel them. I think that was safe. It hit the ground first and then the shin.
I was just thinking that would be a horrible way to turn over.
Wind picking up again. They're going to be feeling that in their own end. The Grüter boys playing with Rohrer. Leader to Grüter. Back to Rohrer. Grüter. Nice leading throw, well taken. Hangi to Stauffer. Stauffer just put it, and he's put it most excellently on a dime. That one
That's
hits
a really
Ackerman.
nice shot. That's such a good throw. Slightly downwind or upwind in that direction, almost crosswind, but to be able to sit it out so perfectly, I held my breath then thinking, oh no, he's thrown it too early, but he released it early and made the angle lovely, just to receive right into the hands of the receiver. You can watch it back here as well.
Yeah, beautiful throw.
Perfect.
Between the defenders, made Ackerman have to maintain speed, but not really have to change much of speed or direction. That's exactly what you want to be able to provide to score some goals.
A good example as well of leading your receiver into space. I think that the thrower just let that disc go prior to even kind of acknowledging that the receiver was going there, and the receiver just ran onto it, which is very highly skilled. Do you reckon we'll see zone?
Do you reckon they will have it worked out and they'll know their positions this time?
I would like to see a 6-1.
I would. Why not? No, not in this tournament.
My unpopular opinion is if it's really windy, like blowing an absolute gale, don't do a zone, just do match. Because chances are they can't progress the disc forward anyway. And then you don't have to set up a zone. Maybe that's my unpopular opinion. If it's like blowing an absolute gale, just roll it out, trap them on the sideline. That's it.
I mean, I think if it's blowing an absolute gale, I wouldn't even play man. I would just like keep 7 back and let them work their way up with short passes as much as they want and just defend the line.
Now that I would like to see.
Italians, ooh, and there's some contact there. 7-on-7, Olivieri and Stouffer. I think Stouffer's got to admit to some of that contact. He does accept.
Swiss have shown really good spirit, actually.
Gianello. Folli. To the backfield. Folli again. They, I was going to say they've worked their way through the zone, but the zone has set back up, and that Scuba should do it. Oh, they're ever so close, the Swiss. Every time I think the zone is completely compromised, they seem to recover and get into a near defensive getting position. Folli with the disc. Flippers, that's a very nice throw. Vianello goes through, and during a mid-transition, Mascagni drops one, and the Swiss pick up, and they're going to take a timeout.
What is the soft cap, hard cap rules? Do we know for this tournament? What is this going to be? Because time is out in 3 seconds. Plus 1, play 2.
They'll finish this point and add 1.
Add 1.
So it would either be a game to 12 or a game to 11 if Switzerland can score. So we will find out what happens with that after this short timeout. But we're getting to the tail end here. We're going to take a break and be back with the pointy end action. Italy, as we are getting this game going near the pointy end, past 80 minutes, and back from the timeout. Switzerland are back in this one with the disc and a chance to bring within 1. If they do so, the time cap, or the hard cap, will be set at the conclusion of this point, regardless of who scores. But a Swiss goal would make it a very tight finish. Italians, of course, put one on the board, would stretch away to a pretty comfortable end here, but Grutter gets up after hitting the deck and maintaining a 2-hand grab.
Wow.
Sent and right in for the goal. A break for the Swiss. Hurleyman collects 9-10, game to 11.
That was quite almost like a scoop of an IO flip. It wasn't kind of released with guts. It was sort of like lifted into the air. And what a bailout. Really impressed by Switzerland's bailouts, actually. They've always been like to someone, into space where someone's able to go and get it. A lot of the time bailouts are just like chuck it and see. But that was on purpose. He could see people on that side of the end zone and thought, I'm going to put it over there and see what happens. And that's great. And caught the Italian defenders sleeping, as you can see.
Yeah, where's my up call?
Pabloni like, come on. What am I meant to do? But that does take us to game to 11. So match point, as you would say in tennis. Is that what you're saying, Frisbee?
Yep.
Match point?
You can say game point, too.
Game point.
I think Americans would say game point.
What game point? Not a timeout, but sometimes I feel there's a bit of an unspoken allowance in these moments between teams to take a little bit longer. No one's in any hurry at this point. The D-line wants to be fresh and the O-line wants to be prepared.
The clock is really only a measurement of how long the game goes right now. It doesn't matter how much time expires, except for the next game on the schedule.
It's interesting to see what the Switzerland team are going to do here, whether they go zone and contain, or whether they go, we are going to run hard and get a block. What would you do in this moment?
I would play match defense.
I agree.
Desperation to get a block. Over the course of the game, I think zone is really good to grind down, to get one at a time. But at the last point, like, you got to give the kids a bit more of a chance to be a hero and to have a layout chance and to let the opposition feel the pressure, not just the pressure of throwing locks, but the pressure of breathing down your neck. And that one's into the forest. Fourth disc coming up.
Is it the fourth disc? Wow. They've got a bag over there.
Fourth disc of the game.
Shout out Eurodisc. Going through the mic.
Here at the Eurodisc Arena, Ascati, and they have opted for the zone, which they get going. Now they've got to be amidst the transition. Disc has gone up and intercepted. A chance for Switzerland. What a play by Hurliman. Oh, Grüter hangs on. He goes back to brother. Broder. Looking upfield. Slow to develop. Goes back to Grüter. Twins connect. Leads. The brothers are going. A bit comes from Foley. And the Grüter brothers' pass count together is high at this point. They're going to let the rest of the team play. There's a pick called. Ooh, the pressure is mounting. Everyone on their feet on the sideline now. And the sideline is jam-packed. Coming back in the hands of that's Moa Grüter. Grüter puts it into play, and Minnick sees it to the ground.
Disc is
wind up. It's hanging. Grüter has position and will win the race despite a heck of a bid by Daniele Sandri.
What a final point. This is a real treat.
May not be the final point.
Oh, yes, so sorry. We wanted to go to Universe Point.
What a present point.
What a fantastic experience. Sideline starts to get loud now.
And we have an injury called. It looks like Hurliman.
It's quite a big loss for the Swiss team in this moment. Big receiver.
Yeah, and the player who got the original shutdown in the end zone. Number 13, Reutemann, coming in, has not had a major impact this far in the game. And foul called. Stauffer gets his hooves clacked this time.
I think he's retracting that foul call so the disc can stay with Grüter.
Foul, that's an interesting retraction. Advantageous retraction. I think Stouffer's ready to go deep, but that would be a heck of a matchup.
He's doing it.
Gonna do it. That's a heck of a matchup. It may tail out to the sideline. It might stay in, and the help defense comes. And it was ill-advised. Shaheed comes and takes it away as the help defender. And he gives and gets going. He's given a deep option. Pick calls. Pick calls. Wow, action-packed this point. These teams leaving it out on the field, that is for sure.
That's a phenomenal D. So to keep it so clean as well.
Albergra leads forward. Low throw, Mascagni to Fogli. Fogli hangs one up, Albergra. Goes to center, he threw right into the defense.
My gasp counter is going through the roof.
And the Swiss Rohrer. Ackerman comes under, no cuts. Nothing coming. Oh, Mascagni, that's his second time in 2 games. He's jumped into a face block.
That man is a brave man.
Fogli to Mascagni. Can he get the double happiness? Leads to the goal and another turn! Oh, almost recollected, but it's out of bounds.
Frustrated little D spike there when he recognized he was out of bounds.
Rohrer. You can tell the Swiss legs are not cutting. They're still moving to the stack, and there is no option otherwise. The only option is the leading throw, and there's a bailout from the stack. The twin action powers activate there. And Moa makes the catch that was intended for Ayun, and Moa goes down, and injuries on a point like this are no surprise. 7 turnovers in this point already.
Odermatt going in as the substitution here, just 13 years old.
And I are the same age. Odermatt lines up, sends deep, Staufa, and knocked away again. Alberga makes a huge play.
Odermatt, though, a 13-year-old putting out that lovely disc.
And walking straight on.
Yeah, such confidence. Just a little bit too high, a little bit too long. If the pitch was a bit longer, that would have been a goal. And some great intensity defense from the Italians. Probably should give them some credit there.
Jog back to the line now, Benedetti. Pings one the other way. Mascagni, chance to win, not in yet. Jogs back, Alberga's there, doesn't take him right away. That throw does get chiseled in, and it's all over. Marco Benedetti with the game-winning goal, and the Italians win the marathon, 8 turnover points.
That's tough for Switzerland, but they had such a good game. Realistically, they came in as the underdog. I think it's not bad to say that, and they really put up a great show on the Italians, but just lost it in that middle section of the game. Went down 2 breaks after the half, and I think that was kind of the end of them, really. They just couldn't bring it back. Did get a break closer to the end, but...
I watched this game-winning goal, too, and I don't think that was a goal. The back foot was dragging, and a misappropriated, perhaps, goal there.
And we had the misappropriated in and out down that far sideline as well.
But it is over. The Italians will move on to the semi-final, and we might be able to confirm that ongoing France-Belgium moved as close as 12-10 now. That one not over, surprising with a 4-0 start, but not over yet. We have a look at the match stats. 4 for 16, Switzerland 5 for 11. So Switzerland got a lot more break chances, but couldn't do quite enough with them. And that is the difference. The Italian efficiency on breaks is what gets them to cross the line. A couple late game yards coming out of half with 2 in a row, 2 breaks in a row. Big part of the difference here, but an excellent game by all involved. And that sets up our semifinals. We're going to see what happens in the women's division next. Austria, Sweden, ready to go toe-to-toe for their chance to feature into a semifinal. And that and more coming up. We can't wait to bring it to you. We're going to leave you with some highlights from this game, and we're going to expect and even insist to see you back for more for the next one in the women's round, as mentioned, here at the Eurodisc Arena. Here's a few more highlights so you can remember the game that was that awesome match. For Amelia Durbin, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
You on. Not looking for something steady, not ready for that. I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you.